there's one person who knows all about being thrifty in the home kitchen, it's my mum. God, I love you.
I love you too.
Now, you're going to help me cook dinner and give me some valuable tips on how to save money in the home kitchen, right?
I will do.
You will do. Yeah. Excellent. See? Easy peasy.
For my ultimate thrifty dinner, we're going to make an amazing spicy braised oxtail, followed by a deliciously juicy pudding, chili poached pears with star anise dust.
Now, oxtail was something that we grew up with.
Yep. It's something you do in the morning and put it in the oven because it has to be cooked really, really slow. Yes.
I'm going to dust this in flour. It's amazing how many chefs are using oxtail in their menus today. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very popular. It's very cheap as well.
It's amazing how you used to make it stretch for like 5 or 6 dinners.
Oh, I don't exaggerate. It's not that bad.
Now I know why we're all so skinny growing up.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm joking. Come on, you know I'm joking.
But you see, sometimes we went to the butcher's and you had maybe extra 2 or 3. I used to put it in a saucepan and you had lovely stock for soup.
What was that spicy soup? That really nice mulligatawny.
Mulligatawny.
See?
And I used to make the good pot of Scotch broth.
Scotch broth, I remember. Now, we'll peel a couple of cloves of garlic. Look, I'll show you a quick way of getting that out. Get your knife and just mash it.
Mess.
No, it's not a mess. Peel them, and I'll crush them in the garlic crusher, OK? Right, oxtail in. Gonna fry that off, OK, and get that nice and brown. Now, we've all braised it in red wine and sort of chicken stock before, but I'm gonna get this done with a Chinese influence. The Chinese absolutely love cooking oxtail.
Do they?
You started cooking at home quite early on, right?
17 and a half.
17 and a half. Your mum died quite young.
Very young, 26.
26. So who taught you how to cook?
Nobody taught you. I think you just learn as you get older. And you learn by your mistakes.
And did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did enjoy it, yeah. That is a nice vegetable, that.
The fennel.
Fennel, isn't it?
Is that lovely?
It's beautiful, yeah. A lot of people don't use it.
A lot of them use it in salads, but no one actually cooks it. You just slice that up, Mum. Now, these are nice and brown. Okay.
And they look lovely. Yeah.
Get the colour on there. You just slice up the chilli, OK? Just slice it down. I'll keep the seeds in there because I want some heat as well.
And that's star anise.
Star anise, that's right.
No, I wouldn't have thought of putting that in there.
No?
No.
And one thing you never used to do was work with many spices. There wasn't many Chinese influences.
I wasn't very adventurous with spices back then.
No.
I like ginger, do you?
I love ginger, especially fresh.
Yeah.
Coriander seeds, a little handful. In.
Yeah.
And soy sauce. And quite generous in soy sauce, about 4 or 5 tablespoons. That helps give it that saltiness and a nice dark, rich colour on the vegetables. So as it braises, the meat tenderises quicker.
I would never dream of putting fennel and the chilies and that, but it smells lovely.
Does that smell nice? And then a little bit of this. This is a
What's that?
rice wine vinegar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. What other tips would you give me in order to save money on cooking? What got you through that tough time feeding all 6 of us and holding 2 jobs?
When that was in the oven, say, for about an hour and a half, then I would think, right, I'll make a rice pudding or put an apple pie in for the same sort of heat.
Wow.
Use the other shelf in the oven.
So you weren't just watching the pennies in terms of the produce, you also cut down the gas bill.
Yeah.
Wow. Super nan.
Yeah, super nan, yeah.
Some oxtail back on top of the vegetables.
Yeah.
Gonna top that up.
Is that beef stock, yeah?
This
or
is
vegetable stock?
no, a really nice chicken stock.
Why are you putting chicken stock in with
Because it's quite a sort of light, fragrant way of cooking oxtail. Because oxtail itself is quite rich.
Yeah.
Chicken stock's nice and light. Just cover it with stock.
Lovely colour, isn't it?
It's a beautiful colour. Little taste. Here we go. Big deep breath. OK, Nan?
Well, that's lovely. I can taste the fennel in that.
Is that nice?
That's lovely.
What? Oh, Jesus. Damn. Water for Nan. Morn. Take some water, Nanny.
It's not water, that's
It is water, come on.
While Mum recovers from the kick of the chili, to go with my Oriental-influenced oxtail, I'm going to knock up a quick, fresh radish salad. Take a bunch of radishes and separate off the edible leaves. Once washed thoroughly, place half the radishes in the bowl with the leaves. Chop the remaining radishes in half and add them too. Next, peel and finely slice a banana shallot. Add them to the radishes and season with salt and pepper. Dress with a good squeeze of fresh lemon juice and a drizzle of olive oil. Then mix. Radish salad, it's that simple. Next up, dessert.
Delicious poached pears.
I love pears.
Ready. So we're going to poach them with a little bit of chilli.
Chili? Never heard of that
A little bit of
before.
saffron. No?
No.
Now, pan on. Take off a little slice like that, so they stand up nicely, and then peel.
OK, then.
And then the chilli, you hold that up and just go down,
Yep.
through, and open that up, OK, into the water. Seeds in as well.
Seeds in as well.
Oh, hello, Holes.
Hi, Holly.
What is that smell? It smells so good.
We've got the most amazing oxtail in there. Hello, mate. Are you well?
Yeah, good thing.
Hello, mate.
How was your day? So what were you making, Dad?
So we're going to poach these pears, a little bit of chilli, water, and sugar. What are they, Holes? Smell?
Is it saffron?
It's exactly that.
Saffron is expensive, but you only need the tiniest little bit.
A little pinch to make that water go light and golden. Star anise.
Dad, how comes the chilies, you've like sliced it at the end and it's not put in whole?
I want all that flavour coming out of the chilli. We're going to make the most amazing star anise dust.
Star anise dust?
Dust.
Wow.
So you get your star anise in there, seed up, and then in. See all those little seeds?
Yeah.
And then you start grinding. A little teaspoon of ginger. Give it a nice mix. Thank you, mate. And that's going to dust the top of the pears once they're cooked. Right, get your pears. Drop them in there. And that's what we're going to sprinkle. Ginger and star anise.
Wow.
How nice is that?
Very good.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
So once they're cooked, cool down, sprinkle that over the top. Right, have you guys got homework?
Yes. See you guys
Come back
later.
shortly. Thank you.
Love you, Dad. Love you, Dad.
Love you too. Turn that down
Bye.
and let them boil.
Rihanna.
Okay?
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
After an 8-minute simmer, our pears should be ready.
Now, just get your knife, Mum. Put the knife through and see how easy the knife is?
Beautiful.
So that means they're soft and cooked. Now, you can leave them in that overnight, 2 or 3 days.
All right.
And they just get darker and more beautiful. The good thing about the cooking liquor is that you don't throw that away because you can use that again for repoaching. Beautiful. I mean, they look impressive,
They smell delicious, don't they?
don't they? A bit of chilli.
Look at the colours now. It's lovely, isn't it?
Colours are amazing, man. And just,
God, it smells delicious.
doesn't it? And then take your little star anise dust and just dust over.
Oh, look at that. That's lovely.
Now for my favourite part, the oxtail. Wow. Look at that. That is beautiful.
It just melts in your mouth, doesn't it?
I love the way you see that just all
See, yeah.
sliding down the bone.
There's no waste in that at all, is
No.
there?
Could you carry that to the table, please, Nan?
Yes, I will do.
Lovely. And I will grab that. That is beautiful.
This is my ultimate thrifty dinner. Sumptuous, slow-cooked Chinese braised oxtail with a light and peppery radish salad, followed by gorgeous chili poached pears with star anise dust. Some of the best hearty dinners I can think of are slow-cooked. Recipes made with robust, deep, flavoured ingredients and left to bubble away for hours until they become gloriously rich. This is the sort of food that really gives you plenty of energy and protects you against cold winter weather. So, for my ultimate hearty dinner, I'm doing a dish that every home cook should have a recipe for. A great stick-to-your-ribs stew. Here's my favourite, beef and ale with mustard dumplings. And helping in the kitchen is my youngest, Tilly.
Tilly! First things first, I'd like you to season the stew and steak. A nice spoon of flour.
Mix?
Yeah. Good girl.
What's the flour going to do, Dad?
The flour helps to brown the beef.
Our seasoned flour will also help to add flavour and thicken the stew.
I feel a bit like marshmallows.
They do feel a little bit marshmallowy, don't they? Look at the size of the chunks of the beef.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut my carrots, literally,
So it'd be similar.
similar size, that's right.
Does that mean they'll cook equally?
That's right. Now, these are little pearl onions. I'm going to put them in whole as well. Everything has to stay the same, otherwise it could burn.
Oh, we've seen burnt garlic before.
Oh, Matilda. Shh, you promised you weren't going to mention that. What is that?
Thyme.
Thyme. And what are they?
Bay leaves.
Bay leaves, good girl. Tablespoon of oil in. The beef goes in first, OK? In. Now,
A really nice colour.
got a beautiful colour. In with the carrots, thyme in. Good girl. Garlic, pearl onions in.
Ooh.
Good. Give that a really good mix up.
Are stews easy to make, Daddy?
Stews are very easy to make, providing, at the beginning, you give it a little bit of love. Now that's all beautifully browned.
That beer?
That is beer. And that's going to deglaze the pan.
Adding beer or stout helps to tenderise the beef and give it a hearty, delicious flavour.
And that's the only way I want you to taste beer. In a stew. Yeah? I want you to add in a couple of teaspoons of tomato puree, please. In fact, 3, please.
Because it's so nice.
And there's one final thing in there. Cover the stew and steak with the beef stock. Give that a little mix for Daddy, please.
Wow, that's really nice.
It's not even cooked yet.
Do you keep all these vegetables in when you serve it to people?
Oh, yes.
Is the garlic going to be burnt?
No. Excuse me. Right. And we always put the lid with a little bit.
Just a little bit, so it can breathe.
That's right. And not make the stew all watery. Into the oven at 150, please, Tills, for about 2.5 hours. And now, you can focus on your homework.
Fun.
Time to knock up 2 delicious hearty potato classics in one. Twice-baked bubble and squeak jacket potatoes. Start by baking large potatoes in a preheated oven at 180 degrees. Shred 1/3 of your Savoy cabbage and saute in butter and add a dash of water until tender. After about half an hour, your potatoes should be crisp on the outside and cooked through in the middle. Slice them in half and scoop out the soft potato centre. Then mash with a couple of knobs of butter, mix in the cabbage and season to taste. Spoon this mixture back into your potato shells and into the oven for a further 10 minutes, or until the tops are nice and crispy and golden. 2 delicious hearty potato classics in one. Twice-baked bubble and squeak jacket potatoes.
Right, homework done.
Yep.
Beef stew is stewing.
Stewing.
Let's get on with our delicious, hearty pear tart.
I've been looking forward to this.
You and I, chef, are going to prep the pears. So if you peel, I'll top and tail into quarters. Pears go soft in the oven very, very quickly. So if we're going to put them on a tart, you'll either leave them whole, half, or in quarter. What's that in there?
Ginger.
That's right. That's stem ginger. So we can use stem ginger and fresh ginger.
Next, add your stem ginger, a little of the stem ginger syrup,
Good girl.
and some brown sugar to your quartered pears.
And then just grate some fresh ginger. Off you go.
So it's a bit of a different one to grate this because it doesn't really come through like the cheese.
No. We'll make that a little bit zesty.
And now we've got some lemons.
Some lemon zest in there. Right, what I want you to do now is give that a nice little mix. Now, this is a sweet pastry. You can buy this stuff, or you can make it. It's so easy to do. So give me your finger. That's my centre point. I want you to get the pears going round like that, in a really nice circle. It's difficult, isn't it? Because the pears keep on sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
We've got egg wash the outside, and I'm going to show you a little trick. So you lift that up.
So is the egg wash acting like a bit of a glue?
That's right. Crimple this with our finger, and the pastry forms this nice little shelf, like a little money bag.
Are you going to do anything with the spare pears?
Oh, yeah. You start building that up then, you see. We've got the fresh ginger, and those nice little bits of stem ginger. Let me go round my egg.
With your glue?
With my glue just on top.
Tilly's last job is to give our tart a good dusting of icing sugar.
So that caramelises it and colours the pears beautifully.
It's a bit like snow.
Isn't it? Now that glazes the pastry, so the pastry has this really nice shine on there as well. Finally, the lemon on top. And then put that there. 180, and in she goes. Can you smell the beef?
It smells delish. Wow, it's even gone down a bit more, hasn't it?
Look at that. I want you to just
I was hoping you'd ask.
have a little taste. How's that taste now? You're not allowed any more. Right, dumpling time. Flour in, please.
I'm using self-raising flour for a fluffier result, but if you like your dumplings hard, use plain flour. Next, the dumpling essential, suet.
That makes the dumplings nice and moist. Thank you.
Followed by a generous dollop of grain mustard.
2 fingers. Start rolling the fingers round, and I've got a touch of warm water here. Your fingers are now a nice little whisk.
Fingers are getting tired.
Right, now put your hand in there. Now you should bring all that dough together. I'll show you the best way to get that nice and clean. Sprinkle some flour on your hands, rub them together. All that will come off.
Nice. That's a good way.
Isn't it? Now, we've got this wonderful dumpling mixture. How squidgy is that?
Ooh.
A little flour on your hands, OK? Roll these lengthways. And then I want you to roll them like that in your hand. Off we go. Smell that mustard in there? Huh? Smell?
Ooh.
Come on.
I'd never trust you with something like that, should I? Do you want to smell it?
Yes, please. Silly. Gently. Let's go in at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 in the centre. And put that back into the oven for 20 minutes to cook the dumplings. Now, if you open the door for Daddy, I'm going to take out that tart.
Ooh, it smells so nice.
Doesn't it?
Our pear tart has had 35 minutes in the oven.
Look at that, baby.
That looks good. Would you like me to start dusting?
Yes, please. Nice and gently all the way around. Good girl. Little taps.
The others are going to love this. It looks a bit like a snowy cake.
Doesn't it? Good job. Now, very carefully, carry that to the table. How nice does that look?
Delish.
OK, I'll check on the dumplings. Now, look.
Excited.
They've sort of doubled in size.
Whoa, definitely.
A final sprinkling of chopped parsley and our stew is ready for the table.
I might have to have a quick taste before we go.
Silly.
Just to check. I mean, we do have to be sure.
We have to be very sure. That is an amazing, hearty beef stew with dumplings. Right, the twice-baked loaded potatoes, and we are ready.
This is my ultimate hearty dinner. A comforting rich beef stew with mustard dumplings and twice-baked bubble and squeak jacket potatoes. And to make sure your sweet tooth is completely satisfied, a rich and zingy pear and ginger galette.
Ollie.